Almost every retirement plan is built around the same exact assumptions. At some point, you start selling shares, right? You accumulate for 30 plus years. You retire, you start withdrawing 4% of your portfolio every year. You sell a portion of your holdings to fund your lifestyle, and you hope that the market cooperates and that the math holds up for you. But there's an alternative strategy that most SCHD content never really covers, and it doesn't really involve selling a single share in retirement. It has a built-in inflation hedge, and for a large portion of retirees, it generates income that is taxed at 0%. Right? Not 10, not 15, but 0, okay? Here's the problem with the standard 4% withdrawal rule that makes this alternative really worth understanding for yourself. The 4% rule works in theory, right? Withdraw 4% of your starting portfolio each year, adjust for inflation, and statistically your money lasts 30 years. The research behind this, for sure, it's real, right? It works. The problem is what it requires from you during retirement. You are selling shares, right? Every year you're converting a piece of your portfolio into cash. When markets are up, obviously that's not painful, but when markets are down 20% in the first 2 years of your retirement, a real and documented phenomenon called sequence of return risks, you're selling shares at their absolute lowest price to fund your expenses at literally the exact wrong moment. The damage from a bad sequence of early returns in retirement is mathematically really difficult to recover from. But here's the SHD alternative. Build a large enough dividend position that the quarterly dividend income covers your expenses. Never sell. The shares remain intact. The dividend grows. You're insulated from sequence of returns risk because you've never need to sell at a bad price, okay? Here's the framework that makes the, never sell strategy a lot more viable and why SHD specifically is built for it, in my opinion. An income strategy that doesn't require selling shares needs really two properties here, okay? First, you have the income that must be large enough to cover our expenses. Second, the income must grow fast enough to keep pace with inflation, right? Most income sources only have one of these. A bond pays a fixed coupon, right? The interest is reliable, but it doesn't really grow. A CD pays a fixed rate. Inflation erodes its purchasing power every single year. SCHD's dividend has grown at approximately 8 to 10% annually on average. Inflation historically runs around 3%. SCHD's dividend growth has historically outpaced inflation by 5 to 7 percentage points per year, meaning the purchasing power of your income from SCHD increases in retirement, not decreases. That's the opposite of a bond, right? The income gets more powerful over time rather than less. Now let's talk about the tax rate nobody really wants to calculate. And here's the piece most SCHD retirement content completely skips over. SCHD pays qualified dividends. In a taxable account, qualified dividends receive favorable tax treatment relative to ordinary income, okay? Most investors know they're taxed at 0%, 15%, or 20% depending on their income level. What most people don't calculate is where they'll actually land during retirement. In 2024 and 2025, the 0% qualified dividend tax rate applied to married filed jointly couples with taxable income up to approximately $89,000. That's not total income, that's taxable income after deductions. With the standard deduction for married filers, a couple with a total income up to roughly $118,000 could potentially pay zero federal tax on their qualified dividends. A retiree drawing $60,000 per year from SHD dividends with Social Security partially excluded from taxation and the standard deduction applied may fall entirely within the 0% bracket. Their dividend income is completely untaxed at the federal level. Look, this doesn't happen with 401k withdrawals, right? Which are taxed as ordinary income at every dollar. It doesn't happen with treasury interest or CDs. It's specific to qualified dividends and it's specific to people whose income falls within the 0% threshold, right? Nobody talks about element, the combination of SHD's growing income and the 0% qualified dividend rate creates a retirement income stream that can be both growing and tax-free simultaneously in a taxable account, not even requiring a Roth IRA. Let's talk about how much SCHD you actually need here, okay? At the current, a little over $1 dividend, annual dividend, and $33 share price, here's what different income levels really require in terms of share count. If your annual expenses are $40,000 at $1 a share, you need approximately 38,000 shares, roughly $1.26 million in SCHD. That sounds very large, but the dividend growing at 8% means that you could start with a smaller position and let the dividend growth do the work, okay? If your expenses are $60,000, approximately 57,000 shares. But here's the calculation that changes these specific numbers. Dividend growth. If you retire with a position where the dividend covers $45,000 today, in 10 years at 8% growth, that same position pays approximately $97,000 annually. You didn't need to start with 60,000 shares. You could start with 42,000 and let the growth close that gap for you. But the practical version, right? Build to a SCHD position where the current dividend covers 70 to 80% of your annual expenses. The growth covers the rest within 3 to 5 years. Let's talk about the sequence of returns protection here a little bit more. And this is the protection the never sell strategy provides that the 4% rule just doesn't. In 2022, the S&P 500 fell 18% and SCHD fell approximately 3.5%. A retiree using the 4% withdrawal rule in 2022 needed to sell shares into a declining market to cover their expenses. A retiree using SCHD dividend strategy received a little over $1 a share in quarterly dividends that year. The same quarterly income they'd planned around arrived regardless of what the share price was actually doing. The shares obviously went down in price temporarily. The dividend did not. The income still continued. No forced selling shares at distressed prices, no sequence of returns damage. This protection, it's not a theory here. This is literally structural, right? The companies inside SCHD have been paying and growing dividends through literally recessions, market crashes, economic cycles for literally at least 10 consecutive years. That's the minimum required to even be included in the SCHD fund. The dividend's resilience is the result of a selection criteria, not luck, okay? The SCHD retirement strategy nobody talks about combines 3 things that rarely appear together in retirement planning, right? Income that never requires actually selling the shares, right? Dividend growth that consistently outpaces inflation, and a tax rate on that income that can be zero for a large portion of retirees. It requires patience, of course, to build. The accumulation phase is a decade or more of consistent contributions here. Dividends reinvested and not selling during bad markets. But what's built at the end is a retirement income machine that doesn't depend on the market's conditions. It doesn't require ongoing management, and it doesn't expose you to the sequence of returns risk that derails 4% rule retirements during bad luck timing. The 4% rule is the gold standard because most people can't build an SCHD dividend position, large enough to cover their expenses. That's the reality. But for people who can, through consistent accumulation and time, the never sell strategy solves problems that withdrawal strategies literally can't. I got some questions for you guys down below in that comments section. Number 1, are you aware of the 0% qualified dividend rate threshold? And have you calculated whether your projected retirement income would fall within it? And number 2, is the never sell approach something that you're aiming for here, or are you planning a more, traditional withdrawal-based retirement? Let us know down below. And if you're just getting started with all this stuff, I want to invite you to the full Ark Options Strategy workshop. It'll be the first link in the description of today's video. I break everything down in plain, easy to understand English. At the end, you get my 15 favorite stocks under $30, my 2 premium calculators, and my full trade log template. You'll find that as the first link in the description of today's video. Guys, remember, sell options, collect premiums, repeat. I'll see y'all tomorrow.